Hello, we are live.
Oh,
Welcome back to another reading session on a novel bunch. We're back on the Novel Bunch book club. Yes, we are on Novel Bunch book club again, which I am very, very pleased about. And yeah, we're back with some more reading sprints. I'm Jess. This is Zoe.
Hi.
My travel queen, who I miss dreadfully. Also, I am vlogging today. So if you see this little puppy popping out, that's why. Because I am still, believe it or not, rereading ACOTAR. It has taken me forever. It's the shortest book in the main series.
Oh no, that doesn't bode well for you.
Well, it also is my least favourite, so
understandable then.
It's got the least amount of Reese in it, so that's mainly the whole reason. Also, the guy that you think is the Gaston character is not the Gaston character because it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Really should have guessed.
So cool.
Really should have guessed who the Gaston is because he has his own LeFou.
Oh my gosh, we love LeFou.
I just kind of thought, oh, is this like the Lumiere character? Okay, I like him. Oh no, when Aftermath rolled around.
Oh, everyone needs a LeFou, especially if it's played by Josh Gad.
Oh my God, yes, Josh Gad. We stand. We stand an openly gay Disney character.
Very special place in my heart for Josh Gad.
Yeah. But also, I just love, like, there's just one line that he sings in, like, the Mob song where they're going to kill the beast, and it's just like, there's a monster on the loose, but it's not the one you think, or whatever his line is. I haven't watched it in a while. But I just love how Alan Morgan changed that one line, and it just works perfectly.
It's very good, actually. I do like the new Beauty and the Beast. Out of all the retellings, it's probably one of the better ones.
Out of the remakes, yeah. Which ones have I seen? I've seen Aladdin. That was quite good. Beauty and the Beast is so far the best that I've seen. I refuse to watch The Lion King because you can't improve on perfection. Yeah, anyway.
That was a sad day for Zoe.
Yeah, I was getting messages from Zoe when she was watching The Lion King going, it's terrible.
Wasn't good.
Anyway, let's talk about what we're reading. So you've seen my one. I am finishing ACOTAR. I am on page 367 of 416. So less than 50 pages to go. And then I should finish that. I'm going to be listening to the audiobook on like 1.5 times speed, trying to blitz through this, whilst also taking notes. That's what slowed me down, I think, is the note taking, because there's so many little bits. This is the first time I've reread it. I read them all in the end of 2019, start of 2020, so it's been a while since I've read them. And this is also, I can read A Court of Frost and Starlight and be completely up to date. But once I finish that, I am going on to Olive.
Oh yeah, you haven't started yet, have you?
Our March pick. I think I'm the last one in the book club to start it. I'm still sad that there's nothing special on the hardback under the dust jacket.
Is there not? I haven't looked.
No. I think it's like a lot of American books, you see that there's special stuff under the dust jackets, but like British ones are boring.
I mean, it's nice kind of
it's a gorgeous papery dust jacket as well.
This is good. I did really enjoy this. This is going to be a good convo topic, I feel like. I think you'll like it.
We have someone tuning in. Nori, hello!
Hi, babe!
Can't wait for General Nori-lage tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's tomorrow, isn't it? Oh gosh. Oh no, I'm so going to fail on the Drag Race one. I've never seen an episode.
I've only watched UK Drag Race, so I think Nori's going to do the best on this quiz, and it's their own quiz. So, yes, tomorrow we are hosting our monthly quiz, and Nori is hosting it. A round of stuff about Drag Race, so just the US original series, and then a round of general Nori-lage that they think facts people should know, but they might not know. So I think we're all going to be We're going to be put through our paces tomorrow, so that should be fun. I think it's set for 6:30, so make sure you're subscribed, have notifications turned on, all that shebang. Yeah, Zoe, what are you reading today?
I'm reading. My auntie was telling me about this book a couple of weeks ago. It was on my birthday, so 8th of March, whenever that was, weeks ago. She was telling me about it, and then I saw her at a distance last weekend, and she's lent it to me. So it's called A Single Thread. Oh, look, if I do that, I'm like half a woman. That's cool. Anyway, distracted.
Not when I'm taking a mouthful of drink.
Sorry. It's set in the early 1900s. It's after the First World War, and it's set in Winchester, which is why she's lent it to me.
For anyone who doesn't know, Winchester is our alma mater. We love Winchester so much.
We do. The first bit, I've started reading it, and it's all so far we're in the cathedral, so that's really nice.
Where we graduated
all those years ago.
I still hope to graduate a second time.
Yes, well, you will eventually.
They've moved our graduation date back again, but they haven't cancelled it.
Hopefully they'll just do a big bunch of ceremonies.
It was originally supposed to be October 2020 we graduated, but obviously that couldn't happen. Then it got moved to May of 2021, and then obviously now it's been moved back again. But they've still said we're not cancelling it because we feel like you should have the opportunity to celebrate and graduate. And I'm like, I love my uni so much.
I agree, you should. You've worked hard enough for it.
Yeah, but you think like most people would just go, right, it's just not safe. We're not going to bother. You're just going to get your things through the mail, which we have got our certificates. I have got my graduation, my degree certificate, but I want to shake Alan's hand again. I love Alan Titchmarsh.
He's not our thingy anymore. He's not our chancellor anymore, is he? Is it chancellor?
Isn't it?
No, he's not chancellor. What is it?
Yeah, he's chancellor.
Yeah, chancellor. Yeah, the last graduation ceremony was the last one he was doing. So I don't know who you're going to have.
I know our vice chancellor's retiring. I know Joy's retiring, but I didn't know about Alan.
Alan, I'm pretty. So I went to Nell and Tarina's ceremony in October 2019. Gosh, yeah. And he said, I'm pretty sure he said then that was his last ceremony. Might be wrong. I don't want to burst your bubble, but I'm
touch wood, it's not.
Touch wood, it's not. Touch I like Corona decides to make him change his mind.
He's so lovely. But anyway, so yeah, that's what we're reading. Plus, also our thoughts about Alan Titchmarsh. We love him.
Nice.
Yeah. So there probably will be loads of like travel stories that we haven't told people about, or just thinking about travel. I've just seen a comment from Nori. The first I'll discuss is this one for the quiz. They will allow one Google per player, but not on the multiple point answers, which is nice of you for the quiz. Then there's this one. Alan Titchmarsh writes erotic novels in his spare time. Okay. It still doesn't stop me from loving him as much as I do. I love Alan.
Everyone loves Alan.
I remember when he shook my hand when I graduated the first time, he was just like, well done. It took a lot to get here, but you did it. And I went, Alan, you don't know the half of it. I think if I was able to tell him everything I went through in third year, I'd be there for like half an hour going, right, well, I was depressed. I was this, I was that.
I remember it all being a huge blur because I was so worried about falling over. So I had on like really tall heels that I'd bought especially. And then I was really worried about that. And then I was so focused on not falling over, on making sure that I didn't like embarrass myself in front of Alan or anybody else. But I didn't really hear anything because obviously, everyone kind of applauds and stuff when you go up. Apparently all my friends screamed and like was like, oh my God, sorry. I don't really remember that. But I remember shaking Alan's hands and he was like, said something about how I must have been the most popular girl in school. I was like, no.
Nori's just said that the erotic novels make Alan cooler, and also he complimented their shoes. If I remember rightly, they were incredible shoes. I was in like 4-inch stilettos, and I was just like, please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall. And also in like a really bodycon dress, like, please don't ride up, please don't ride up.
I told my Dan was there for us. I loved Dan, and he hugged me and he was just like, "It's gonna be okay." He's like, "Channel Arthur."
Channel Pendragon.
That'll make me not fall over.
Oh dear. Now we had one of the archaeology lecturers for us, and it was really funny. For the classics department, it was my supervisor. She had headed up the classics course at that point. And I was just like, I can tell that's Carrie. By the red pumps, the socks with tights. That's all I need to see. I can tell that's Carrie. I love that woman so much. She's so strange, but I love her. Yeah.
We love a strange bean.
We stan Carrie. She's also the one that knitted me my socks. Because she had loads of excess socks. And I was just like, well, if you need a home for them, I'm more than willing. And she went, right, pick your favourites. And I went, oh. So I got like 7 pairs of knitted socks.
And they're beautiful socks.
They are so warm. Nori has also just confirmed, sorry about the rude motorcyclist. Yeah, Nori has just said, they were the loudest of shoes. And just hell yes. Let me just reply. Hell yes.
What happened? You froze.
Janet has just messaged going, if it's not too late, do you mind if I join in on the sprints?
Yeah.
So I'm saying I'll send you the link. Right. Copy. Bear with me.
I'm having a bit of Toblerone while we do it.
Fair dues. I've just had loads of pancakes, so Weight Watchers pancakes, you understand, but
yeah. I haven't eaten all day apart from when I got home from work.
I have banana.
Hungry.
Huh?
I had a banana at 7:10 this morning, so I wanted to eat when I came home.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a good idea. That is a very good idea. I have banana pancakes, so.
Oh, yum. Yes,
banana
right. Oh my god, everyone's joining.
Wait. Yes, Nori. Yeah. Let me get rid of this. Too much going on. Nori.
That means you could probably go later then, because I've got to leave at 10 to 5.
Yes.
But if you've got the other two, you could always carry on the stream if you wanted to.
Yes,
you can always carry on your own
when you finished. Well, this is true.
Otherwise, I would, but not this evening.
You don't love me enough.
Jess, I love you more than words. You know that. Don't start. If you want me to attack you with love, I will.
Janet's making a cup of tea and putting her shopping away, then she'll join.
Sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Right, my friend's just sent me like 5 messages. I'm just going to quickly read them, make sure he's all right.
Mm-hmm. We stand supportive friends.
We what?
We stand supportive friends.
Oh, yes. I thought you said quarter friends. I was like, what's a quarter friend? This is like someone that's kind of your friend.
The ACOTAR spin-off. No, just waiting for the other two. It's a waiting game. Who shall turn up first? Nori.
Nori, 100%.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm in my bed today because I couldn't be asked to stand up and walk for 2 seconds to my chair.
Fair dues. Fair dues.
There we go.
Oh dear. We're just waiting on Janet.
Yay.
So that's 4-6 for the book club. Bear with me. Just tidying up my space. I was just saying to Zoe, I'm still reading Avatar. So, Nori, would you like to introduce what you are reading?
Same book I was reading now. I'm reading Storm and Pick Up the Physics of Everyday Life. I'm nearly finished.
Woo!
There's only 2 chapters left. One is 40 pages and one is 30 pages. They are chunky chapters. I'm hoping to finish this book tomorrow, so then I can move on to a book for my work book club, which is James Patterson's First to Die. Great.
Oh, yeah.
Book. Listened to it on story tape, but I was way too young to be listening to it on story tape. I'm telling you, I'm very excited to dive back into that series.
Nice.
Excited.
Oh, my nan loves James Patterson, as Zoe can vouch for.
Mm-hmm.
She's read so many of them.
Yeah,
Like
I'm keeping
Not everything.
my books that I've read this month. I'm keeping them here, so then I can I steal one back from my sister, which I stole from her, that I gave back. So I need to steal it back again, just for a picture at the end of the month of all the books I've read.
Nice. I am just tweeting.
I seem to be very into hardbacks at the moment.
I love a hardback.
I think mainly because hardbacks can't really sit properly on my bookshelf cabinet thing, so I'm sort of reading them in order to because I read books, and then if I'm like, that's a good book, I will pass it on to the wider world. I'm very weird like that. But if I really like a book, it stays in my book shelf.
That's fair dues.
I'm getting a tissue. I'll be back.
Okay. As I say, I'm just a book dragon. Hello, Snazzy Moose. I love the name, by the way, Snazzy Moose. Yes, we are running reading sprints. Once everybody is here, we'll do a quick introduction, and then I think we'll get into the sprint. But if you are watching, please let us know what you're currently reading, because we love recommendations and we love to just chat book, hence why we have a book club. Yeah, I am reading A Court on Roses, and Nori is reading Family Teacup. Zoe is reading A Single Thread. I'm not sure about Janet when she joins. We shall find out. Mystery. Bear with me while I tweet that we are live.
Wow.
This is the trouble having 2 accounts on my phone. It's just like,
Oh, Jess, have you seen the newest episode of UK Drag Race yet?
Nope.
I won't. I'm not that kind of bean.
I haven't seen it, so Mum and I are watching it tonight. So yeah.
That's as soon as you do.
Yes, I will.
Oh, the cutest dog's over the road. Oh my god, it's so cute. Oh my god.
What now?
Oh, it's so fluffy. Oh, look at it. Oh my god.
Look at it.
It's always in a way so cute, Jess.
I only understood like half of those words.
I'm trying to see if I know the owners. I don't think I do. Oh, he's home early from work. This is what happens when you live in a small village. You notice all the little things.
Yeah. Zoe is now people watching while we wait for Janet.
No, I'm like 2.5, 3 hours early from work, maybe because it's Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, many hours early from work, but that's because I have nothing to do at work.
I don't have a job. I am unemployed.
I got home from work at 2, and then straight on here with Jess. Oh, look!
Where did I put my other pen?
We've also had from Snazzy Moose. She's listening to Seismosis by Sue Burke.
Ooh.
Let us know what it's about. Yeah, let us know what it's about, because I've never heard of it, and I am intrigued.
On a scale of person to me, who has lost a pen that they were literally just holding. Oh, I was sitting on it.
I hate it when stuff like that happens. It's so annoying.
I got a rainbow pen.
Also, if you see the camera pop out, I am vlogging at the moment. I'm vlogging until I finish this damn reread. Oh. I have much noted on this one book. It's ridiculous. I have 1 and let's call it half, 2, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5 pages in the book.
Blimey, Jess.
Because I don't like the book. To do some filming on Sunday.
The thing is, I'm noticing so much that I didn't pick up on the first time I read it. So I'm just like, oh, foreshadowing. And I'm just like,
you're so also good with your rereads.
Well, this year, I think I was thinking to myself, 2021 is going to be the year of the reread, because I've already reread Legend Born, I've reread Heartstopper more times than I can count, just in the last month, because I need the serotonin. I'm in the process of rereading Skullduggery in its entirety, which has gone for over a year now, and I'm rereading Akatar, so...
I've been rereading more this year than I've ever done before. I'm rereading First to Die. The book that we're doing for April is one that I read last year, and I will be rereading many times.
Mm-hmm.
I reread some graphic novels. I'm rereading quite a few Shakespeare plays, which I've already read. I'm rereading them. The amount of times I will read a night stream this year is beyond human comprehension.
Oh dear. We've had another thing from Snazzy Moose. The book is about those people leave Earth to try and repopulate a new planet, and it seems the plants are sentient and are trying to kill them. That sounds really interesting. I might have to add that to my...
It would come off like
when things try to kill you, they shouldn't really try to kill you. They do.
No, I'm definitely adding that to my Goodreads. Not that I need any more books.
No, you're not allowed to buy it for a while, Jess. You can add it to your list.
No. Although I did make a Waterstones purchase recently, but they don't count because they're colouring books. Not sponsored by Waterstones.
Unless you want to, Waterstones, that's fine.
Yeah.
Sell myself for a sponsorship. We're not in the 90s anymore. Selling out is the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
With a name.
Oh my goodness. But I bought the Throne of Glass colouring book that my nan is going to pay me back for and then give it to me for Christmas. If that makes any sense. Plus some new jewellery and some bookmarky things. And I also bought myself the Heartstopper colouring book because apparently I am just Alice Oseman trash now. And I'm not complaining.
Shakespeare trash.
Those two words don't work well together, Shakespeare and trash. They just don't work well.
That is how I identify.
Non-binary Shakespeare trash.
My identity is Shakespeare trash.
We really need to start writing down these Nori-isms and putting them on T-shirts.
I'd love that.
Non-binary Shakespeare trash being one of them.
And also, you should see my Etsy basket right now.
Wasn't it like when we were doing Stoner, and you said, "I am accidentally smart."
Oh yeah, I'm never smart on purpose. It's a point of pride.
Oh my goodness. Where is Janet? How long does it take to put shopping away?
Oh, depends how much
Like
shopping.
Yeah,
she's been liking the tweets, so
that's why she's so behind, because she's on Twitter.
Come on, Janet. Also, my
afternoon, I've got to go at 25.
Yeah. Should we just start the first sprint and then Janet can join in after the first sprint?
You give her. Oh, how long do we want to give her?
I was going to say, if we do a short 20 or 15-minute sprint, then we can get some reading in. Because I want to finish this beast. It's not that much of a beast, but I want to finish it.
I want to do this again. Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Keep still. There we go. Okay. There we go. Also, wait for the vlog.
I should be reading this hand. It looks creepy. Don't look at my hands, people.
Oh dear. Right, timer.
Whoa, if I turn it that way, really well, you can tell.
Oh, stop it.
That's really weird.
I can't do that with mine. I'm not a teacup.
You can be a teacup if you want to be.
Yeah.
I would, but don't tell my parents.
Oh my goodness. Right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to mute all the mics when we go into the sprint as usual, and I'll see you in 15 minutes.
See you later.
Okay. Hello. We are now joined by a Janet.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Pretty good. I'm still reading the reread. Although I am 4 chapters away from it. So I'm getting there. I do have many notes that I have made.
We love the commitment.
Yeah. How's everything in Russia right now?
Not bad. I went to the vodka museum today, but unfortunately they had no free samples, and I was very disappointed. So, but it was interesting. So,
not good enough, though. Not good enough.
I know. On the website, it said you can get. Well, some people had said you can get free samples, so that's why I went. But it's fine.
Typical student went for the booze.
Yeah, free booze, no less.
Yeah. Dear. So you are still currently reading Olive, are you not?
I am. I think I'm about halfway through. Judging by my Kindle, what does it say? I'm on. Well, it's not telling me the page numbers. I don't know why, but it says I'm on 51%. So,
woo,
getting there.
Nah, I've got it right next to me. As soon as I finish Akatar, I'm going to be up to it. How's everybody else getting on? Zoe?
So far, it's not particularly gripping, but
no.
Still in the first chapter, so it can all change.
Nori?
I'm doing well. The chapter 1, she started, it's about electromagnetism, but then she started talking about bees, and now I'm thinking about the book that I read, The Bees, and now I have more questions about the book I read called The Bees, and I'm getting frustrated because I'm reading this, going, it's like, but why did this happen in that book?
Amazing.
The Bees, if you're looking for sort of like an interesting, it's not really, I wouldn't know what to pass it as, but like an interesting fiction story about bees. Just be prepared for the weird ending.
Okay. Really
It's
selling
real
it there.
weird.
Really selling it. Oh dear. But yeah.
There's so many books about bees.
Yeah.
I've read 2 about bees. I mean, I haven't read one about bees this year, but I've read one with the bee on the cover. Don't know if that counts. Don't think it had anything to do with bees, considering it's a dystopian YA.
That you still have thoughts on, if I'm right. Yeah.
Still, yeah. It's that, I don't know if anyone else has the whole like middle book of the series dilemma where it's kind of like nothing really happens in the grand scheme of things, but like, you need it for the rest of the series. I don't know. It was still good. I'm in 2 minds.
Deep.
Yeah, I kind of have that with what used to be the last book in this series. I kind of had that with A Court of Wings and Ruin. It kind of like not a lot happened, but a lot happened, and it's just like okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Imagine if it's going to be like a trilogy. So the 3rd book will be like that. That would be confusing. If Legendborn ends up being a trilogy, the 3rd one would be like middle one. I'm not really sure what she's going to do with that book.
No, I'm intrigued because it is a series, so I'm intrigued to see where it's going
to be. I think it's going to be more than 3.
She has got a lot to unpack. What do you think is a good amount of books in a series? Like, is a trilogy good, or do you want like 7? What's like perfect amount for you guys? I mean, there's no right answer, really, is there? But
no. It depends. I'm going to bring up the old faithful here, but Skullduggery is on its 14th book comes out this year, 15th next year. So yeah, 15 in the series. And he's saying that it's going to finish, but he said that when he wrote the 9th book. So, but he keeps adding, keeps building. So it depends on how big the universe is and how, like, whether there's potential to continue it. I personally really like the duologies as well.
Are all those books within the same universe or like the same characters? So it's not like a spin-off or like a multiverse or whatever. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, see, I would probably have given up if there's like 15 books in a series. I'd be like, yeah, no.
It also depends on like when in which you start like leap for the series. Where if you start with like the first book and you're like, oh, I like this series, and it goes on for a while, that's sort of, for me, like, that's going to give you fatigue. If you join it already like 5 books and you're like, yeah, I'll do that. But I think people like trilogies because of the whole beginning, middle, and end. The way that, like, particularly the way I was taught at uni on my creative writing course, the way that the story sets up with like the setup and then the dramatic thing, and then the climax, then it's all, then you ended up with a nice bow. It's just sort of the way I think the story goes in like 3 parts.
Yeah.
The longest series I've ever read had about 21, 22 books in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
But they were, I mean, I read this when I was early, but I was at school, so I was probably about, how old are you when we started year 7?
11?
11?
11, 12.
Yeah, 11, I was reading them. So they were, I mean, yeah, there was definitely 21 of them. There might have been more.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the longest series I've read is 9 books. And they were like a teen science fiction series. And the author, Alex Scarrow, has commented on one of my blog posts reviewing them and liked one of my tweets. And I think he liked something on Goodreads. We're basically besties. Anyway. But like, they're really fast paced and these kids go back in time. So like each book kind of works because like it's a new era in a way, like a new setting and time. And yeah, I don't know. They're enjoyable. Was the ending great? Maybe not, but I'm going to keep the books because,
I
mean, and they look nice together on my shelves.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. With more books in the series, they look nicer together, you know.
Longest series that I've read that isn't skullduggery is The Roman Mysteries by Caroline Lawrence. That in itself is 17 books. Then there's the spin-off series, The Roman Quest, which still has the same main 4 characters, but they're background characters. And there's another 4 who are primary characters in this spin-off series. So that makes it 21. And then there's mini mystery compilations. So yeah. It takes up nearly a whole shelf over there on that bookshelf.
A lot of
them.
Yeah. See, I think by the time all the books in the Bone Season series are finished, there's meant to be 7, I think, in total. Plus, what's it called? The Priory of the Orange Tree. Like, that's just going to take up an entire shelf if, you know, I haven't moved out. I hope I've moved out by the time all those books are finished.
I am so hyped for the next Priory of the Orange Tree thing. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, you 2 need to read Priory of the Orange Tree.
Oh my god, it's not that intimidating once you get started. Like,
I will read it. Someone reads it for me.
I will do that.
So
that book is too chunk.
It's 800 pages, but honestly, the audiobook is read really well.
And it's broken up into parts, so you can like be like, okay, I'm going to read 1 part in a week, or I don't know, however long, and just do it that way.
But it's very, there are dragons, there's court politics, it's so good.
So I saw you
want to read it again.
And then I saw Joe Beth read it and they gave it a 2.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see when they gave it a 2.
Oh.
2. And I was
Do I know this person? I can't remember people.
Yeah,
No,
Joe.
Yeah, you would know.
Did musical theatre at uni in my year, I think.
Was in committee with me. Was publicity when I was the committee.
I think so. I'm just not good.
Didn't Joe direct something?
Yeah, New Brain.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They've got really good insight.
I recognise them if I saw a picture, but I'm no good with names. Faces.
They did Rocky Horror Show in Glee once. That's literally how my mum remembers them.
They did burlesque with me.
Yeah.
We did the burlesque. That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah. Anyway, Prior with the Orange Tree. I'm really intrigued to find out why they gave it a 2.
Yeah, I might ask them.
Is there a Goodreads review yet?
Not a review. They don't tend to read a lot of fantasy, do they?
I don't think so. They read all sorts. I'm going to check out on Goodreads.
Zoe's going to do some Goodreads stuff.
Here's my Goodreads that I had earlier.
The thing I don't like about Goodreads is when you're trying to search for like someone who's like a friend. I don't know. I just find it's not the easiest way to do that.
I also really wish that they would give half star options. Like, because then I could give stuff that doesn't deserve a whole star, half a star.
Yeah.
Coronavirus.
I feel like the way I do it is if I give a book a half star, but it's like I really, really enjoyed it, then I'll lean more towards like the 4, for example, if it's 3.5. But if I kind of liked it enough to give it an extra half star, but it wasn't the best, then it would be more on the 3 rating.
Yeah, same. And then I just put it top line of the review, like 3.5, but rounded up.
Yeah.
That's also the thing. Like, what books have you given like the 3.5 star rating, or like a 4.5 star rating?
So many. Oh my god, so many.
The first time I did that was, or this year, the first time I did it was when I read Warm Bodies. The only reason I couldn't give it a whole 4 stars was because the way that the zombie plague happens and the explanation for it, it's not like the typical zombie plague in that it's not a virus, it's not radioactivity, it's not anything like that. I won't spoil it because it's a major part of the plot, but yeah, that's the only reason I couldn't give it 4 stars. And the movie adaptation, apart from whitewashing one character who is specifically said to be of Ethiopian descent in the book, it's actually a really close adaptation. I don't think they were going to adapt the whole series, so they changed the ending. But I really liked it. Nicholas Hoult is amazing in it. Yeah. And it kind of falls prey to the stereotype of main female character has lost maternal figure, must prove herself to be strong and capable in a dystopian future, and is going out on suicide missions to prove herself. And no, you don't need to do that.
You make yourself strong, but definitely not capable, and definitely not anywhere near intelligent.
Yeah, literally. And also the fact that the Romeo and Juliet names were not hidden very well. Because it's literally a Romeo and Juliet telling. So her name is Julie and his name is R. That's the only criticisms I have.
Also,
of it.
The only good thing about Romeo and Juliet is the side characters. Like Mercutio, Tybalt, all of those guys, particularly Mercutio and Tybalt. They are so good.
Actually, Romeo, the best part about Warm Bodies is R, and M is Mercutio. They are actually the best part of the movie and the book because of their back and forth. It's really interesting. Yes.
Yeah,
Zoe,
the first book I read this year, go back to the 3.5 star rating discussion, was Call Me By Your Name. I thought I'd enjoy it more than I did. I just didn't love it that much. And it kind of annoyed me, but I won't go into it because I know a lot of people love it. So, yeah, I just didn't.
Zoe, have you found Joe's review?
I did review it. So, I've got yours, which was 5-star. Oh my god, the politics, the magic system, the gayness, everything else was incredible. I need a sequel there. Didn't finish your review.
Didn't I?
You just put the word theirs. Oh wait, no,
edit that.
there's potential. I found the last word.
Oh.
And then Janet's was 5 stars, and my friend Pip actually finished it yesterday at 4.
Oh.
Mariette 4, and then Joe 2, but no review.
Yeah.
But they finished it in 4 days, which I think is quite impressive.
Yeah, it took me 2 weeks.
I think I read it in the same. Yeah.
It's just because I was tabbing everything. I was like, oh. Yeah.
There's a lot there.
We've also been joined by Chloe, who is like, I didn't miss it. I'm also doing a live stream with Chloe on Monday, so that'll be fun.
Yes.
And she's like, you can tell I'm 30 because my first thought about Romeo and Juliet was the only good thing about the play is the silly kids die. Fair dude. No,
I don't mind Romeo and Juliet, but it's kind of been done a lot.
Yeah, it has been overdone. I think that's why I liked Warm Bodies so much, is that it did something different with it. It is a lot more engaging, I think. And also Saga by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples, it's a graphic novel series. Saga's really good. It's a really good Romeo and Juliet retelling, but it's not focused on Romeo and Juliet. It's just, it takes that star-crossed lovers idea and runs with it. Setting like an intergalactic war, and it's very graphic, lots of sexual and violent content. So, not.
Oh, I had sexual and violent content.
Saga, check it out. It's good. Well, but graphic novels are expensive, which is why I haven't continued with the series.
Oh yeah.
I might have to add it to my Amazon wish list because I now have an Amazon wish list and one whole section just.
I keep thinking about that, but
that just reminded me I wanted to check the Notebook Therapy website and see if they have any new bullet journal things. I don't know why. Thanks for the reminder.
Stationery is also a dangerous subject to get into.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, shall we go into another sprint? Rude motorcycle. Someone coming on a Harley just went past, and I'm like, rude.
I'm eating mini Smarties if anybody's curious.
What are you eating?
Mini Smarties.
Oh, I was going to eat biscuits. Actually, hang on. I'm going to go and get my biscuits. Hang on.
Chloe also said my friend gave me Saga, so I really should read it if it's smutty. So far, there's been one explicit sex scene when I was reading it in volume 2, and I'm like, yeah. It's not too smutty, but there is a lot of swearing. There is, it's not racist stuff in it. Isn't stuff that we would like language that we would use, but it's racist against other alien species. If that makes sense. It's a whole big race war basically going on, and if you're sensitive to that or that's triggering, I wouldn't recommend it. There is very graphic violence, graphic sexual content, so it isn't for younger readers. I'd say it's 18 plus, but it is very good. Characters are very believable, easily likable, and lots of twists and or turns.
Got the goods. I didn't have to miss my tea though, and I'm disappointed now. But anyway,
I'm really sad. I'm really sad you don't.
Let's get into another reading sprint, shall we? Application.
The reason the price is still the book is not really tight.
Right, so let me just change the camera. There we go. And we'll get into reading. See you in 30 minutes.
Happy reading.
We back.
Woo.
Right as I finished the chapter, that was so satisfying.
Oh, how lovely.
I have 2 left to go.
Not long.
Just all the note taking. I've come to understand that it is literally the amount of notes I am taking.
Yeah, 100%.
So much foreshadowing.
It's cool though that you can see that now and you're enjoying it differently.
Yeah, I am enjoying it. I'm just remembering how much of a tool Hamlin is. And I'm just like, this is why we don't like him. It's little subtle things in the writing that I'm just like, yeah, no, that's not love. That is abuse.
Oh gosh.
It's so cleverly hidden when you read it the first time and you don't know what you're reading. It's very well hidden. And you can just hear her laughing at us now, Sarah, just going, I fooled you. Yeah. Read it.
My pile is long enough. It's tall enough. It's falling over.
Same. I have the Leaning Tower of books. Anyway, how's everybody else's reading going?
Not bad. I've had a section in this book where you have those really annoying people who I can't even remember what some of them have said, but that this baby shower, and they're just very old-fashioned in their views, and I'm just like,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Literally. Like, I don't want
Oh, the baby showers.
Well, I look forward to it. I look forward to going to it. But before we get into more books, I showed Zoe this before we started, and I am ridiculously proud of it. I want to share it with the internet, with you two. It's my friend Mel's birthday today, and normally we will be out pupper walking, but we are not out pupper walking today. Last night, her sister organised a painting party, which was so much fun. We all got sent like this kit, this canvas, the paint, the image that we were going to do, and we had like an instructor all over Zoom and everything. And we did fun painting. And here's mine.
oh no.
Dang, that's cool.
So I'm seriously considering doing it for my 26th this year.
Oh yes, right, mate. Gotta be there.
I mean, of course, you guys are all going to be there. Yeah, I really,
is, will it be virtual or will it be in real life?
Yeah.
Well,
that is the question.
She'll be virtual.
Janet will have to be virtual because you're on the other side of the world.
I mean, I'm only 4 hours away from London, Heathrow.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, how many birthdays will it be? It'll be my second one that you've not been in the country for.
No. Wait.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I saw you just before I went to Thailand. Yeah.
You saw me
I
my
was
25th, and then you haven't seen me since. How could you?
Come to Russia.
It's not safe for me. Anyway, but yeah, that's going up in the hallway, and it was so much fun. The instructor was so lovely. Believe it or not, I only used 5 paints: blue, like primary colours, black and white. That's all I used.
Nice.
Everyone's turned out so differently. It's so cool. Yeah, books. I just wanted to share that with you. Chloe has commented. She's reading Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe, and it fits between wholesome and oh god, that poor kid got run over by a truck.
Yeah, I've seen that movie. That's like one of my, like, I don't know if anyone else has movies that they remember watching from when they were young. Not like really young, because it's quite a sad movie, but like I remember watching with my cousins and my uncle and my aunt, and like just all sitting in their little like movie room in their house. And not a proper movie, they have like a screen that you pull down and have a projector. They had that before. It was cool. Anyway, didn't know it was a book, so
It's never not been cool.
So yeah, that's what Chloe's reading at the moment. I've heard of it, but I didn't realise it flitted between wholesome and oh god, that poor kid got run over by a truck.
Didn't realize it was a truck. It's different in the movie, I think. I don't think it's a truck, but I mean, either way, it's not ideal, really, is it?
It's different. It's not a truck. It's something different. Oh, dear. Anyway, how's everybody's books going? Zoe?
It's alright. It's fine. I think it's going to be one of those books where it's a massive leader, and then it'll be like a really good chunk of chapters at the end or something. Because she's now just started to investigate into joining a needling group. And seeing as the book is called A Single Thread and there's a needle and thread on the front, I'm guessing this is where it's going to start coming to a close. But it's all about a non-married woman in her late 30s in 1930s. So there's a lot of judgment going on. Yeah,
Chloe has just commented, I got it wrong, it's a train, lol.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's like the one scene I remember from the movie anyway. It's
also,
I like trains.
I like trains.
I like trains. Yes, you do.
There is another comment from Snazzy Moose. She's got up to 27% in seismosis. Janet, for your benefit, this is the plot of seismosis. A group of people leave Earth to try and repopulate a new planet, and it seems the plants are sentient and trying to kill them.
interesting.
Your average Friday.
Snazzy Moose is 27% good. But yeah, I think that just shows how many genres we've got going on at the moment. We've got fantasy, we've got contemporary, we've got mystery, and then Nori, what's yours?
Non-fiction. It's science. It's science.
I've now downloaded Fried Green Tomatoes on my Kindle. I will be reading it at some point in the future.
Nice.
Only $4.99 on Kindle.
Looking at what was on my March TBR, because I'm not going to finish it this month. I had Olive, The Court of Silver Flames. I'm not going to get there. Solitaire by Alice O's, which I've read. Nick and Charlie, which I read. The Boy Who Stole Clouds by C.G. Drews. 2 poetry anthologies, both World Wars. Great Expectations by Charles Dickens and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. I ain't going to get through all those.
Well, it's a good, ambitious list anyway.
Yeah. Mother picked those for me. So,
I was myself a reading list for a month. I've never finished them.
Yeah, I never finished them. I was pleased when I found out Nick and Charlie, because I need Nick and Charlie in my life. So wholesome.
Yes,
Although Nick and Charlie, like the actual spin-off novella, is angsty and dramatic, and oh god, it's not as scary as Heartstopper.
The amount of times I've been reading fiction books recently and just screaming that it needs more gay, it's very cool. Especially like
they've been messaging me. I can guarantee this. They've been messaging me today, going, "Throne of Glass needs more gay."
It's so straight.
It is
straight.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you, it's literally
the orange tree.
2 gay relationships.
Oh, 2? Oh my goodness, I feel so validated.
Also written by a gay woman, so we stand. Yeah, ACOTAR has one sole gay character that is confirmed to be gay, and her coming out is not handled well. It's just like, hey, I'm gay. Cool.
I think it might be because of the 2 previous fiction books I've read. Like, not to spoil for Olive, I won't be able to make it to the actual discussion, but like the gay character in that seems a little bit sort of one note, and then the gay character in the book I read previously makes me look at my eyes. So
read Nick and Charlie then. Read Heartstopper and or every other Alice Oseman book. It's good rep.
I'm worried about reading them though, in case like I don't live up to your expectations in my response.
Right. Literally, my next pick is going to be an Alice Oseman at least. So
we should decide which one, because I have 2 on my shelf, and both of them are ones that you've got. I might pick this one, or I might pick this one. I don't want to read ahead of time.
I don't know whether it's going to be Radio Silence, Loveless, or Volume 1 of Heartstopper, because that's cheap on Kindle. And also, to be fair, you can read Heartstopper for free on Tapas, so on Webtoon.
What is tapas? I like tapas as food.
It's a
tasty.
webcomic platform. And that
You know,
one also has more of the bonus comics that she's written, and I'm just like, all my gay beans.
I'm already trying to think ahead to what my next book choice will be. And I'm just gonna scope the room or read, I don't know, whatever. Has anyone read, I know Jess hasn't because I've been nagging you to read this. Has anyone read A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini?
I've got it downstairs. I've not read it yet.
Okay, because I want to read it again for like the 4th time since I was like 16 or whatever it's been. I don't know, it's my favourite. So I've been considering that as an option.
On this book before you tell us which one.
How long is it? Do you say?
Yeah, the chunk
It's kind of an average. I don't think it's more than like 400. Like that's at a push. I think it's kind of average length, but it's not exactly an easy read. It's the epitome of the books I love because it's not an easy read in terms of the topic. There's some difficult things that happen, but it's great, and I love the writing, and it's so good. Maybe it's just. I mean, there's a whole bunch of books that I would like to choose that I haven't read that are on my Kindle. But that is one that I've read before, and I know that I'll love it, and I know I'll have something to say about it. So I'm just like, maybe.
My dad's read it. I know he likes it.
So good. I wrote about it in one of my university modules back in the day. I know.
I've got a bit one about Splendid Suns. But yeah.
I
Also,
read another graphic novel this year, but the one it's going to be a tough one. Janet, you may have read. Did you do Jewish Identities at uni? I feel like you did.
No, I think it was between that and I was considering it. I don't know why I didn't choose it in the end because I wish I had.
Like you messaged me about it.
Yeah, I think I asked you if you'd done it, or there was like the Victorian Art of Murder. I think it was between those or something like that.
Yeah. Sorry,
so I chose.
I would have chosen that.
Yeah, because I'd had Neil before, and Neil was doing the Victorian Murder one, and I was like, well, I know I like his style, so yeah.
Neil's great. Well, I've got Mouse to read properly.
They sounded cool.
What was that, Zoe?
Mouse. I said I've spoken to you about it, Jess. It's a graphic novel about the Holocaust, but it's nice.
Oh, is that the one? Hang on.
It's right underneath my
I feel like this is one that maybe I was supposed to read in a module and I didn't. Yeah,
supposed to read it in Jewish Identities. I see. I did start because I've got sticky notes. I would like to read it in its entirety.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like one of the graphic novels to read if you want to get into graphic novels.
Yeah, it was the winner of the Pulitzer Prize.
That's my second year I did a postmodernism module and I didn't really enjoy it, so I read about 1.5 books that were set because I was like not enjoying these, and unfortunately that was not one that I read. I kind of regret it now though, but at the time I was like, I've got too many other things to do. But yeah,
that's a good thing with graphic novels. They're quite quick to get through.
Yeah, I just remember my friend was reading it on the train to uni and she got lots of looks because of the cover.
Yeah,
and she was like, no, I'm not.
Heartstopper. You guys should follow her lead.
Yes, we will.
Do you know what? I get all my books this month that I will start on that before April if I get through all my books.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like I say,
This is why I don't set TBRs, because I know I'm getting through about 2 books a month at this rate, so that's fine by me.
Through about 4 or 5. I'm proud of myself.
You should be. It's a great number.
I'm on book 21 currently, 2021. So
I think I'm on about 7.
the only
I
reason
can't
I'm
believe
on
in like July I read like this many books in 1 month that I've read in the last 3, and I'm like, I don't want to work anymore. I just want to read.
I technically should only be on. This should be my 20th book of the year, but then I found out that Alice Oseman, her Detroit Become Human Heartstopper crossover mini AU comic that she did is on Goodreads as its own thing. So I was like, I'll read it. I'm going to include it. And also,
my reading goal for the year, because I've been adding on my audiobooks as well, which my brain feels like cheating. But I'm going to up it from 30 to 40.
I made a whole TikTok on how audiobooks count. They're accessible for people with dyslexia, with sight loss, with joint problems, so they can't read books. They are so accessible. Let's see. Snazzy Moose is on. Snazzy Moose is on book 24. Nice. Chloe is on book 20. Also nice.
Okay, Jess.
Yeah.
On Amazon, I don't usually buy books on Amazon, as you know, but there is the 3-pack, the volume 1 to 3 of Heartstopper for $22.99. But I'm gonna just get Heartstopper for now and see how it goes.
Yeah, read it online first. I would recommend that.
It's only $3.99 because I'm buying a used copy.
Oh, fair dues. Yeah, I got mine on 8 books, not sponsored, but would love a sponsor.
If you're using Amazon, remember to put Smile Amazon, because then it donates money to charities.
I think I already do. So I got an email through the other day to tell me how much my generosity was helping. I was like, yes, I donated all of those millions on my own. But I definitely do.
It is 25 to 5. I know Zoe has to leave at 5. So,
no, 10 to 5.
10 to 5. Okay, should we do a 15-minute sprint so we can say goodbye to Zoe? And then we'll chat for a little bit and another half an hour sprint?
Yep.
Yeah. I might use, if I finish this in the next sprint, which I might do, I'll probably go on to try and do some writing in the last sprint.
Yeah. Chloe's just commented this. You should all sass me for not reading the 5th season or Memory Police, because I've been saying I'll read those for months.
Well, if you don't finish it this month, put it at the top of your list for next month.
Yeah, they're both going on my list for next month, April. So, yeah. Anyway, yes, Chloe can keep sassing me. I can stop sassing her about Alice Oseman. She started reading her books, and I'm just like, ah. Right, 15 minutes. It's so cute.
Oh, right. My book. Right, anyway. What time is it? So I've got a Zoom. I need to make sure I'm ready for my Zoom. But he should send me the link, so we're all good. Okay.
Sure. Right, 15 minutes. So that should finish at about 5:02, just before. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, go. There we go. Right. My lovely Zoe, this time to bid you adieu.
It is. Oh,
Have a good rest of your evening.
thanks. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
For
Well, the quiz category is
Me.
right. Love you. Ah. Anyway, we are going to stay for a little bit longer, if that's okay with you guys. Yes. So I am literally now less than 10 pages from the end. I'm in the final chapter.
Hey.
I will finish this goddamn book. So many notes that are in block caps from these last 20 pages or so. One of them literally just says, stab him, in block caps. And yeah. The emotions when reading ACOTAR, it's just intense.
Counted the pages I have left of this, and it's only 23 pages, so I'm going to try and finish this today.
You can do it!
Yeah, I don't think I'll finish mine because I'm on, how far am I? 63%, but I've made a good dent, so that's something. I'll hopefully finish it over the weekend. We'll see. No guarantees.
As Chloe just said, hang on. Getting the camera out. Chloe has just commented. I said fried green tomatoes was wholesome, but then I read about this horrible man who beats his wife and his age. Man, love it. Also, Chloe had to go, so now it's just the three of us. Wait for the vlog. Happy Janet, wait for the vlog. I'm very looking for this. I will be gone soon. Yeah. So, how is Olive going, Janet? Seeing as it is your pick.
So, like, I don't dislike it. That's not a bad thing. But I think the issue I have is that I'm really not the biggest fan of contemporary, generally speaking. I kind of find it annoying when there's references to actual things that exist in real life and I'm reading a book, which I know is stupid because it's like, well, this is about real life. Well, I don't know. It's just something I've always not enjoyed. I don't know. But yeah, I think once I got into it and got used to like the writing style and kind of the world and whatever, I was like, okay, cool. Like I can read this.
Fair.
Yeah.
No, you've really finished your non-fiction, haven't you? So you're still reading?
Got 23 pages left of it.
Yeah.
The last bit of the book is just all like, here are my references. Like, I'm not reading that.
Yeah.
What am I?
Yeah. Fair dues.
You need.
So
Like,
I am no longer student.
It's like, so pages I do not have to read. Thank you for letting me know.
I am no longer student. I no longer need to read these.
Even when I was, I'm
A mood. Chloe has just said that she is just under halfway with fried green tomatoes.
Nice.
So yeah. A friend is reading A Court of Silver Flames and says it's smutty, so I obviously need to read it. I mean, the stuff that goes on in this one is nothing compared to chapter 55 of A Court of Mist and Fury. I am expecting much from A Court of Silver Flames because Sarah's had multiple books now to engage with that side of herself. Every new book she comes out with, she's like, Grandma, you're not reading it. And Grandma does and says, this is my favourite one. And Sarah's just there like, no. There's a bit in, Janet, you'll know the bit that I'm referencing in Empire of Storms. The beach scene.
Mm-hmm.
She refused to let her grandmother read Empire of Storms, the Fifth Throne of Glass book, because she was like, it was my smuttiest book to date at that point. And now I look back at it. Chapter 55 in Akamouth. The beach scene's got nothing on it.
Yeah, I remember reading that and being like, okay, you know, for YA.
Make you like the beach more.
Wait, you were both talking at the same time then.
No.
One at a time. Nori, go.
I already don't like the beach, so I feel like this is going to make me hate the beach more. Just about the beach. No.
Janet, what did you say?
Yeah, I was going to say for YA, it's pretty like, you know, it's a lot. It's I don't know. So yeah. So.
Oh, honey, if you think the beach scene is a lot, you wait to chapter 55.
Well, I mean, that was the thing. I was kind of like, for YA, yeah, I think if I'd read this when I was a few years younger, yeah. For me now, is like, I mean, yeah.
These are still within the YA section. Sarah's like, they are not YA, they are new adult, and I totally agree with her on that. But it's like publishing companies are still like, no, you're a YA author, you need to be in that section. And she's like, right, I will just keep making it smuttier and smuttier until you change my rating. But, Chloe just said she loved Eve Brown and that was intense smut and she loved it. I mean, Chloe Brown is quite smutty, the first Brown sisters book. There's a fair bit in there, but it's cute and wholesome as well. So I am expecting good things from Talia Hibbert's other books. Also, Chloe's friend is just done helping my smut case to the world. I mean,
we love it.
We support that on this channel.
Yep.
What I wanted to talk about in this one was what have been your favourite books so far that you've read this year? I'm intrigued to know because I've written mine down in my journal. It won't be a surprise to you guys what they are, but I want your favourites so far this year.
Okay. Where the Crawdads Sing and The Black Flamingo. So far, The Mask Falling, yes, but I'm also like not sure how I feel about it, so I'm just not going to put it into any category. But to be honest,
what are your reasons?
Okay, generally, I have enjoyed the books I've read this year so far, but there's nothing that hasn't got that thing of, you know, something's missing from it, or it's just not been it. Those two, I think, are the ones that. Well, actually, no, I lie. I did give The Black Flamingo 5 stars, and Where the Crawdads Sing, I think I gave 4 stars. I think Stoner I gave 4 stars, but like, as much as I did enjoy it, I think it just took me so much longer to read, and it almost felt like it didn't feel like a chore in that way, but just it was quite a slow burn. Whereas I want something, even if it's kind of not much happening and it's like a character-driven story. I want more. I don't know. It just didn't have something. Does that make sense? I don't really know if I'm explaining this well. Whereas Black Flamingo, it was written. It's poetry basically, so it's easy to read. It was just really like a really nice story, and I liked that was something like written in a different way to what I usually read. Where the Crawdads Sing, I think I was kind of completely in my element. Set in the 60s, so it's not like proper historical fiction. You know, it's not that far in the past. But
it's not contemporary.
Yeah. And I mean, I did kind of want a little bit more from the ending because there's this whole like mystery, like whodunit kind of story happening alongside the general story about Kaya, who's this marsh girl, and we know that someone has died, and whether or not it's a murder, we don't know. And then so obviously as you go on further into the book, you find out like that there's this court case, and you know, like all the facts are being, you know, given to you. And obviously, like, well, when they kind of reach the point where they're like, they have the verdict and stuff, I just kind of wish there was a scene, because it always jumps back and forward in time from like 1969 or whenever the modern part is, and then back in time. I kind of wish there was just one more time they went back to like the night this event takes place. I don't know, I just felt like that would have made it more grounded or something, in my opinion. But that was the only issue I had. Like, you know, I'll give it everything else. Like, I was interested, I wanted to keep reading, I was invested. So yeah, that was a good one. I see why people like it. I would also recommend.
I only seem to have had 2 so far this year that have reached 5 stars. That is Stoner and Malamander.
Yes!
So, for different reasons.
I'm so happy you're going to
Yeah, I'm also going to put my complete works of Shakespeare up there, even though I've not finished it. I am absolutely freaking loving reading all the Shakespeare plays, like ones that I have never got around to and even forgot existed. Mm-hmm. I'm just working my little way through them all. Eating eggs because they're falling asleep. It's just been so enjoyable for me. Stoner is just a sort of breath of fresh air of like what I'm usually reading. It was just sort of like something I didn't expect to love, but it knocked me sideways and I loved it. And Malamander was just sort of like the sort of wholesome, slightly fantasy, weird-esque thing. It's just like my little cup of tea. So
Gargantus improved on it as well, so Gargantus is just as good, better.
That is, after I've read First to Die, that's the next one on my little shelf. So hopefully I'll be able to finish that by the end of March.
Yeah. Well, my 3 favourites so far this year have been the first 3 volumes of Heartstopper. Surprise, surprise. I love my little gay boys. I need the serotonin. There is a lot of darker topics that are tackled in it, so like mental health, eating disorder, self-harm, all this sort of stuff, and all the pressures that are on like a teenage relationship as well. But they are just so pure and so cute. Mum's probably tired of me mentioning them by now. She's right there. But I'm just tired. She's walked 8 miles. But yeah, they have so far been my favourite books that I've read. It's just, like you say, slice of life. It's coming of age. It's coming to terms with your sexuality. There's so much good rep. There's good mental health rep. Alice is so thorough with her trigger warnings as well, especially if you're reading it online. She puts trigger warnings for everything, including like alcohol consumption in this chapter. Almost things due to alcohol consumption, but she also does your more, I wouldn't say normal, but the ones that you see a lot more regularly, like discussion of eating disorders or abusive behaviour, stuff like that. But that's been my favourite so far. What have been your least favourite books that you've read so far this year? Have you given anything like those 3 stars?
Everything I've read has been at least 3, I think.
Nori, do you want to go with your least favourite?
Well, this is my least favourite. Actually, there might be also a least favourite that I just didn't finish, but that was mainly because the way it was written, I was just not clicking with it. It was quite short, but I just couldn't work my way around the thing. But this thing, I finished it out of pure freaking spite. There's also another one that was Playing Scared, My Journey Through Stage Fright, which I gave it 2 stars, but it did not even, that one bored me. This enraged me to the point where I'm making a YouTube video about it with several page script.
I cannot wait.
That's the commitment we like to see. Yeah.
I am looking for recommendations of readable but terrible books.
Oh, I've got mine.
The books in order to rant about them.
I will recommend you mine because I will be probably ranting about them, and I have already ranted about them to Janet. I read them on a reading sprint stream, and that was Kissing the Coronavirus 1 and 2.
Yeah.
They are so bad. They read like really bad fanfic. If people who were writing fanfic had never had sex before. And I'm just sat here like, if this is what
don't mock my writing style.
No, yours is better. But yeah, literally, if that's what it's like to be in a straight person's head, I never want to go there again.
Straight person leaves the room.
It's horrific. But she's now released like a poetry anthology, and apparently it's really bad again, but it's so bad that it's good, and I'm really intrigued. If it's on like Kindle Unlimited, I'm getting it.
Yeah, but for me, it's like fair dues, get that money.
Yeah,
but I ain't giving it more than 1 star.
All the books I've read, I've given at least a 3-star or 4 or 5, like 3+ basically. But I think the one maybe, well, I don't know. It's not like high up there on my TBR, but I kind of feel like the one that I was most disappointed with, rather than the one I liked the least, was Call Me by Your Name, because I think my expectations were way higher, because I know a lot of people love it, and I feel so bad that I didn't love it because I really wanted to, but I just didn't like it that much. Like, I think it improved towards the end, in my opinion. But like the beginning annoyed me because I knew it was meant to be like this romance. And again, I don't really read romance. Romance kind of annoys me a little bit. Don't know why. Maybe because I'm single. Who knows? But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's a slow burn. It's really slow. And I think that's the other thing I don't really like, is when it's so slow and you're just sitting there like, well, what's the point in reading this? Because nothing's happening. And then once stuff starts happening, you're like, all right, okay. I mean, I had other thoughts as well, which, I mean, we'd be here all day if I go into them, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at my Goodreads for this year, and I've given every kind of rating except a 2-star so far. So I've given loads of 4s, 1 3. All of my 5 stars, I'm not going to lie, are all Alice Oseman. And then 2 1-star reviews, but that was Kissing the Coronavirus. And yeah. My review of the first one is, I was curious, okay? Never have I been more sure of or glad for my asexuality. And then the second one I reviewed, oh God, it got worse. I don't know. I'm so confused still. The only thing I'm not confused about is, if this is what it's like to be inside a straight person's mind, I don't ever want to go there again. I'm ace and I'm happy. So,
my prominent ones seem to be like 4 stars, and then whenever I've given a 3-star, it's been like a 3.5, but it's not 4. It's like 2 5 stars, loads of 4 stars, 1 2-star, 1 1-star. We can see you.
I'm just looking at the comments, and we've had one from Chloe. She said, I love the final Darker Shade book, Conjuring of Light, but also Becky Chambers and Talia Hibbert. Becky Chambers is an incredible sci-fi writer. I would highly recommend. Zoe recommended me The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, and it is so good.
Okay. I remember you talking about it.
Yeah, it's sci-fi lit fic. There's not a big bit of, like, a lot of plot. It's more about the characters, which is why I call it sci-fi lit fic. But it's definitely sci-fi, and it's really, really good. I need to get into Royal Swab as well. Then she said, I don't think I've read a book this year that has been really bad, but she also says, reread The Virgin Suicides again in February, and it definitely disappointed me. I remembered it being amazing and beautiful, but it wasn't. I think that's sometimes sadder when you read a book and you're like, it's not as good as I remember it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm worried about with my next book.
I'm kind of finding that with this reread of ACOTAR. Like, I remembered it not being my favourite book in the series, but it's even less of a favourite for me now, just because I know the relationship endgame. And I went into this knowing the relationship endgame because Sarah J. Maas fan art is everywhere, and you can't not go on Tumblr or anywhere without seeing face and art. And I was like, but why would she stick with the obvious piece parallel? But no, it's too obvious.
Yeah. I mean, when I reread my like childhood favorite books in October, I think, and like it wasn't disappointing because I was like, well, I mean, I know these are written for kids. Like, I'm going into this knowing that it's not going to be perfect, but like, yeah, it was nice reading them again after like, I don't know how many years, 13 years or something like that. But what was I going to say? Can't remember. Yeah, when I did the Throne of Glass kind of half reread, half actually finishing the series thing, again, it wasn't like a disappointment in that sense, but like, I think I did lower my rating slightly, you know, from a 5 to a 4, for example, just because I think
I've started to move out of the YA genre a little bit. So.
And you were also noticing writing stuff that you didn't enjoy.
Oh my God. I swear, if Sarah J. Maas writes, what's it? Like Wolf Incarnate or Death Incarnate or something incarnate one more time in any of her other books, like Throw in the Glass, they can stay there. Anywhere else, I don't want to read it. Like,
oh, I read one instance of it in ACOTAR and I immediately thought of Janet, but it's only in there once, so it's fine.
Okay.
Confusion incarnate.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
We each need an incarnate now.
It reminds me of Lucy when we went to Comic-Con trying to say the incarnation of anxiety, and I'm like, yes, that's the word you need to use, but you're using very different words here.
You should say antithesis.
Yeah, she said antithesis, and I'm like, no, that's the opposite. Virgil is anxiety. That's hence why we're using the word incarnate. But yeah. Before we go on to another rant, shall we do another sprint?
Yes.
How long do we want to sprint for?
I've got 23 pages left, so but first I need to pee. Sorry for this here, but I have a tiny bladder.
We usually do for 30 minutes. Do we want to go for 40 minutes or 45 minutes? Be rebels.
Mm-hmm.
Should we do 45 minutes then?
We can do, because that will take me up to like 9, and that will probably be the latest I'll stay, just because I've got a few things to do.
Yeah,
like eat.
Yeah. Well, we've been going for like 3 and a bit hours by then, so we'll call it after this last sprint. Yeah.
Okay.
Righty ho. We shall get started. Enjoy your sprints, everybody watching, and we'll see you in 45 minutes. We are back. I have finally finished Akatar.
I finished my book as well.
I've not finished, but I've got 7 chapters left, and I'm on part 3, so maybe. But my eyes are tired, and I kind of feel like not reading, so maybe tomorrow or Sunday.
I also started painting a giant plank of wood.
Ooh,
Nice.
I'm making a bow tie display.
Don't slice your finger over the time.
I injured my finger. I'm not going to show you because it still looks pretty dang gross. I injured my finger. Yes? No.
Okay.
So I think it was yesterday. Or was it the day before? No, it was the day before yesterday.
Yeah.
I-
Snazzy Moose
there
said,
was some
hooray!
dry glue. There's some dry glue on the surface of the plank of wood, and I'd up most of it, and I thought, you know what would be the best way to get the rest of this off? I could just slice it off with my tiny X-Acto knife. This is going to be great. Slicing it was a great time. Put my hand down to stabilise the wood. The only time I put my hand anywhere near it, and the little thing just goes straight across and into my finger.
ah,
Yeah.
You're Wally. Anyway, Snazzy Moose has said hooray for finishing books, and Chloe has made it halfway through tomatoes. So I think we're doing pretty good. But I think it's time for us to finish up now because it's 6 o'clock in the UK, so that means it's 9 o'clock in Russia, and Janet needs to get food.
yes. It's a good thing that my schedule has got me used to this time of eating in the evening.
Yeah. Anywho, thank you to everybody who's joined in today. We're going to be back here tomorrow on this channel for the quiz. Category is Drag Race and General Nori list. So join us for that. We are going to see what we do.
30 points up for grabs. So
Nice.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see how well we're going to do. But anyway, that is going to be happening tomorrow. I have another sprint scheduled for Monday with my friend Chloe. Hang on, this is Chloe. Food is a good option. Bye! So I'm going to be sprinting with Chloe on Monday, as well as a few of these peeps, hopefully, during the week. So, yes, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Stay safe, wash your hands, and
Wear 'em up.
see you soon. Yes, that too. Bye!